Welcome to my video. I am Mickey B. Have we met? If not, it is nice to meet you. Thanks for joining me today with this video to do my rehabilitation series. It is Sunday of week 17 and it is deep condition day. I deep condition on Sundays and I do a midweek refresh on Wednesdays. And if you're new, this is basically a get your hair on a regular routine support system type of series. So I do my hair regularly so that you can see the benefits of maintaining your hair on a regular basis. And if you need someone, you need some company or someone to do your hair with to get you motivated, then that's what the objective is of this series. So and also what really started it was the spot that I'm trying to fill in right up in my crown. It's definitely improving, and I had stopped caring for my hair, and my hair was affected by it. So now I'm trying to reverse all of that, just using patience, time, consistency, discipline, and then just taking care of my hair. So we're gonna start off with the hair food that I put on my scalp, and I'm gonna go rather quickly. It is 12:57 a.m. and I gotta get up and go to work in the morning, so we don't want to lollygag too much. And but I did not want to skip. That's one of the things. This is to show you sometimes it's hard to stay disciplined because you really just want to say, I'll do it later. But in moments like this, where you might feel like that, just do a light version. Like I'm going to do a real bootleg quick version, but I don't want to skip completely because that's when the bad habits for me start to kick in. And I actually was hoping to try and get a henna in today, but I didn't get around to it, so obviously. But because of that, I said, well, let me just go ahead and not use that as an excuse to not do anything, but to go ahead and just do my regular Sunday session. And whenever I can get to the henna, I'll get to it. So I'm doing things to be successful and to not fall victim to the lazy that I normally fall victim to, and my hair suffers because of it. I'm trying really hard to not do that. And my hair definitely is responding to this, and it appreciates it. And my spot is filling in. It's not filling in super fast, but it's definitely an improvement from where I first started. And that's all you can ask for. And if you just continue to maintain, then it'll continue to get better. So this is the message that I'm hoping to get across in this series, is time and patience is where your success will come in a lot of the cases out there. Stop abusing your hair and start loving your hair. And there's a saying that I used to say back in the day when I started doing this, back with the Kime tube thing. I felt like, well, the saying that I came up with is, if you're going to take the time to, what did I say now? If you're going to take the time to do it wrong, then you may as well take the time to do it right. It's the same time that you're putting into it, but you get a better reward when you do it right. So I still believe that. This is my Shea Bay solution, and you know, I'm big on using products that you already have at home, by the way. A lot of the stuff that I'm using, I've had, you know, during my natural hair days. Well, I'm still natural, but when I was really into my hair and trying different products, this is a lot of that stuff that I have had on hand already that I'm not using anything fancy. In fact, I'm using products that most people would consider taboo, like grease. But you know, you kind of go back, or I kind of go back to the old school when I was growing up, and that didn't hurt anybody. I had hair all my life. It didn't matter what I used, and I wasn't always taking care of it, and my hair still grew. So I had a beautician tell me one time, she said, "You have growing hair." And I'm like, "What does that mean?" And she said that it means that your hair always grows and will always grow. So I was like, okay. I never heard that before, but I have growing hair. My hair has always grown, in spite of the harsh treatment. Like when I was perming my hair back in the day, my hair got no love. I would go to the beauty salon like once every 3 weeks, I think, is the schedule I had myself on. And I would get it permed I would get it touched up like it wasn't once a month. It could have been every other month, something like that. And that's about as much as I did. And I just kept it up in a ponytail a lot. I used to wear one of them little fake ponytails a lot because it was just easy and quick. And it just fit in my active lifestyle schedule back then, because I did not like dealing with hair. In fact, when I would go to the salon and get it done, many times before I left the salon, like I would sit there and go through the whole process, and when she was done, I would take it and put it in a bun. And they would look at me like I was crazy, like, "You really gonna just take your hair and put it in a bun?" And I was like, "Yep, I just want to maintain it, you know, as much as possible." Maintaining it from her perspective, meaning she was doing the maintaining, and I would just come home and pop that little ponytail in there and keep it moving. I really had no time for hair, but even with all of that, I still wanted it to be healthy. But it wasn't getting care at all like what I'm doing now, and what I was doing when I was really disciplined, when I was doing the Kimme process back in the day, back in, what was that, 2009, I think. And then I kind of fell off that wagon. Life kicked in and kind of got me off track with that a bit. And then I went back to work, and then didn't really have time to do it at all. Before, when I started doing the Kimme, I was working from home, so it was easy, it was convenient. I could stay up all night and deal with it and, you know, keep it together. But when I went back to work and, you know, driving and commuting, all that changed. And then fast forward to the pandemic, allowing me to work from home, and I'm like, and that's when I discovered the bald spot at the top, Mount Baldy I call it. And so that's when I said, let me recommit to my hair, and I think I've done pretty good. Now granted, I did disappear a little bit between December and February. Maybe the end of December and all of January, or in the middle of December, came back maybe once in January, and then skipped the rest of that, and now I'm trying to get back on my shtick. So, but my hair was being done that whole time, I just wasn't recording it. So, but I have seen, and since I've started this, by the way, I'm trying to get around to doing a before and after of that area, which is why I try to give you a look every video so I can have point of reference, because there's nothing like a video diary of an area or whatever it is you're trying to improve. The pictures really help you see the progress and the growth. Now I've got a note that I stuck on my wall, by the way, that says, pause for thumbnails. So if you see me do some weird stuff like that in the middle of a video, that means I looked at that wall and remembered I needed to pause for a thumbnail, because that's one of the things I hate the most, is when I'm editing a video and I've edited it and I didn't get any good photo ops while I was recording. I'm just running my mouth, and then at the end I'm struggling to find pictures to use for thumbnails. So I got so flustered with tonight's editing, I put that note on the wall so I can remember to pause. Okay, so that's step 2. We finished step 1. Just finished step 2. Here's my cream. Now step 3. And my hair is not very damp at all because I don't want, number 1, to get it all over my bed linen, and number 2, I don't want it to be wet because it is cool during the night. It definitely cools off. So I'm just going to do a light layer of the shea butter, not too heavy, even though I do like the weight of the shea butter. So anyway, I forgot what I was saying. I think I was talking about how I didn't care for my hair or something. See, I'd just be going on and on. But I think I was saying how back in the day my hair didn't get this treatment at all. When I was doing the Kim tube, that was the best treatment that I was getting. Wasn't using any special products or anything like that. And step number 4, a little bit of hair grease for a quick shine. Watch, try to slide in. What did that say? 107. I'm doing very good tonight. We'll be out of here in no time. So I was like thinking for a minute there, what was I talking about? Something about hair. You see, I'm like distracted. My brain is distracted. Doesn't take much these days. But I do want to put together a video that will show the progress. Oh, I think what I was getting ready to say is, time-wise, I started this in, if I'm not mistaken, I started this in June. Like before I even came on camera, I already had a month in, and that was sometime in June of 2020. So the progression that you see in my hair, or that you will see in my hair when I finally put out the improvement progress video, will be from June until like June to December. And it was kind of early June, so I'll say June, July, August, September, October, November, December, 7, January. So 8 months already. So it's roughly about 8 months into this thing of me deep conditioning every Sunday and doing a midweek refresh every Wednesday. And if I needed anything in between, then I would do, you know, whenever it was required, if it was in between those times. Of course, when my hair felt dry and it needed some extra nourishment, then I would go ahead and do it. So, but mostly I've just been doing Wednesday and Sunday, and so that's the results are from that time period, doing that on a consistent basis 2 times a week. And it's coming in. I mean, it took longer than 8 months for it to happen. And I was saying I wasn't expecting to really see any type of improvement at least until 6 months, which is why I haven't rushed anything or tried to really do like a comparison before and after. So I'm pleased with what I'm seeing. My hair really is responding to this. It's really responding to this. The spots filling in gradually, and my hair, like when I comb through it, I can feel just, you can kind of feel it's holding moisture. I mean, I can kind of feel that it's holding moisture better. I don't know that it's growing. I can't tell that it's growing because I know there are growth cycles from what I learned in the past. I don't think your hair just well, they say that a quarter inch every month, but then I also saw or heard that there was also growth cycles where there were certain times of the year where your hair will grow. And I kind of feel that there's truth to that. I don't really feel like I notice something every month. But I can say that over time, I feel like I can tell a little bit of a difference every now and then, but not like every month. But what I do know is this gray hair, oops, I forgot, oh, I guess I can do it later. I was gonna say I forgot my Jamaican black castor oil, but I can do that when I'm done here. But yeah, I won't say as far as growth, because I'm not really trying for growth. I'm trying to fill in and to increase my density, if it's even within my DNA to do so. I definitely felt thinning out up in this area, obviously. So maybe when that area comes back, fills back in, maybe I'll feel like the density issue that I felt like I had earlier will resolve itself, because it was missing this little area right here. But I never had super thick hair, but I feel like I had like a normal, I didn't have thin hair and I didn't have super thick. I felt like I was in the middle, like a normal type of density. And I just want to feel that, like when my hair was thinned out and I would pull it back in a ponytail, it felt like it was that skinny. Like I felt like I didn't even have anything to grab, which was like, whoa, that was weird. This is strange. I'm not used to that. So I just want that to feel normal again. And you see, the style has been 2 ponytails the whole time, because that's quick, it's easy. I don't have time to take down a bunch of twists or a bunch of braids, because I would rush through that process and I would rip off my ends trying to hurry up and do it, because I know me, and that's the thing. I know how I work now with my hair, so I have to do things to cater to my success. I know what I need to do and definitely what I don't need to do. And when it's a bunch more that I would have to take down, then I would definitely lean more towards I'll do it later. And we don't want that. We want to get up and do it now. So I've found ways to be successful in that regard. And even with these 2 braids, sometimes I'm like, ugh, I don't feel like taking them out, because I really take my time on the ends. I don't want to pull the ends out. So I really take my time and pull it out just to get it started. And I'm like, oh, thank goodness it's only 2. But it definitely makes a difference, for sure. And every now and then, if I feel like it's too annoying, then I'll just go ahead and snip the end and give it a nice even cut with some scissors. So one of the things I'll do in that regard is, if I know I'm going to do my hair, if it's a day that I do my hair, then when I'm just sitting around lounging somewhere, then I'll go ahead and start taking the braids out, like this part down here that I braid so skinny. I'll start taking that out while I'm watching a movie or something, so it doesn't feel like work. And then my hair now is out, so when I'm ready to do it, I don't have to deal with unraveling this braid, because it's amazing. Sometimes it's the smallest thing that you don't want to do. Sometimes you just don't want to do it, and you end up not doing what you're supposed to. It's crazy how we humans work sometimes. But so because of that, that's why I go ahead and do it when I'm not even thinking. Let me wipe my hands off so this bottle doesn't slip out of my hands. But yeah, when I'm not even thinking about doing my hair in that moment, I go ahead and get it ready and unravel it. And then when I know I'm getting close to coming in to do it, many times I'll go ahead and just doing the Jamaican black castor oil. many times I will go ahead, once it's the braids have been unraveled, I go ahead and moisturize, spray it, moisturize it, and then just have that part all ready to go. It's already been moisturized and the water's absorbed in, so I don't have to spritz it too much here on camera. So I try to do things to make the camera session go by a little faster as well. And yeah, and then like nights like this where I just want to get in and out, I don't use a lot. Lately I haven't been using a lot of product anyway. I don't think it's necessary to just bombard it with product. But you want it to be enough to where it's going to last, you know, at least until Wednesday when I do this again. But I try to gauge that a lot better now because I don't want to. I've been messing up a lot of bed linens because it's been seeping through my bonnets, and that's kind of pissing me off. So I try to be more mindful of that. But yeah, for the most part, I'm going to go ahead and heat up my bonnet and get this deep conditioning in motion. And hopefully next weekend I can go ahead and henna. And I think what I was going to say about the henna is I want to try to figure out a way to not have to do all of my head every single time. That's what I was thinking about, but we can talk about that later. I'm going to go ahead and heat up my bonnet, my hot head. So it's 1:17 in the AM. Not too bad, not too shabby. So I'm going to go ahead and heat up that hot head and get this party started. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I have heated up my hot head. And I got my clips, my shower cap, and my fabric cap. So let's get this party started. My dishes real quick while I was heating up my hot head. So we're going to clip this here. Bam. Clip this one here. Bam. Shower cap. Fabric cap. Hot head. Gave it an extra 50 seconds so I could walk back in here and make sure that it was still hot. Oh, and that feels so good going on. Alright, so thanks for watching on this week 17 Sunday deep condition night. I hope you guys had a great day. I'm gonna go and brush my teeth, get ready for bed. It is officially, what time is it? 1:28 a.m. So that's pretty good considering normally I'm up at 2, 3 in the morning. So I guess I don't get sleepy before 2 anyways. So I'm on schedule as far as that goes. So again, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one, and I hope you're taking care of your hair. Remember, take care of your hair. It will thank you. Bye-bye.